Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers showcase video. In today's video, we're looking at another mod made by Ganymede Tech, and this one is called the Force-field Hangars, which are these lovely blocks you see behind me. So this is a set of modded hangar bays, which are very useful because whether they are open or closed, they will keep all the oxygen inside your structure. So the way you set this up is of course add it in through the mod menu. Then you'll find the handy little hangar bays in the spawn menu. We'll come all the way down to Ganymede, which is over here. Then we see all of these lovely blocks. So what we got is 11 different blocks. One of them is the side block and all the other ones are the hangar bay doors with different extensions. So for example, if you wanted a really big hangar bay to get a giant ship inside another giant ship, you could use one of these to block it all up. And of course you can have one all the way coming down and make it even bigger. Yes, these are the ones you get, and they are very useful to be able to customize the size of hangar bay you need for your ships. So what I've done is, all the way over here on the Albatross is set up the hangar bay doors to show you how this all works. So we've got a traditional one on the opposite side, and of course we got the modded one on this side. You can see from the modded blocks all the way up there, going all the way across, we've got this lovely blue glow, and no matter how much we try, we are not going to be able to get in through this. I can just keep slamming my character through, nothing is going to happen. If we come all the way inside, like so, bring up the HUD, you can see we are at oxygen high. If I was to come over to this button panel and press this, we'll then open up the traditional hangar bay doors and we instantly lose all of our oxygen, and now we've got none. If you were to close that up, then walk all the way over to this button, we'll just wait a moment for the air vents just to pump this area for the oxygen once again. There we go, we're now oxygen low, and we should go up to high very soon. There we are. Yes, this is our modded hangar bay. I'm just going to open them up. There we go. As you heard from the sound, and of course we lost our blue glow, we can now freely walk to and from this. So ships can come in, ships can go out, and you can see from me standing here, we've got oxygen high, oxygen none. So there we go with that. It's a very useful mod if you are looking for something customizable for a hangar bay. So what I'll do right now is just press this button and we'll come on outside. So one thing you will have to set up with this is of course a sensor system in order to open it up to allow ships to get in and out. So what I've got over here is a very tiny ship that I slapped together. Small ion ship, got a few cargo containers on there, got an ore detector. What we're going to do is fly over to the hangar bay doors, and it's going to trigger its sensor. The sensor will open up the force field and then trigger a timer block to then close it after 10 seconds. So you can see there, we're now going to fly up to it. There goes the force field all the way up, and now I've got 10 seconds to fly all the way inside here, drop myself down, there we go. And then once I come all the way back over to here, it should then close up. There we go. And now nothing can get in and out, and we are nice and safe. And that's all it does. So if you want to set up your own hangar bay doors, we'll just go and get rid of this for a quick example. Let's go and get rid of all of them. So here we go, I've now prepared this side of the Albatross to install the Force-field Hangars. So what we're going to do is now come across and find the one that suits this ship. So what I'll need to do is find the 3 high. It's coming all the way across like so. That'll do nicely, we'll make sure that the lines are going all the way across. And we'll just drag it across, and now you're basically done. But yes, that has all been set up. We now just have to find a control panel, find our force fields, and then we simply have to close them and they'll be good to go. So we just come into here and we'll just go and close them all up like so. And now we won't be able to get out because the force field is going to stop us on both sides. And there we go, that is that with the force field mod. I just decided to do a showcase on this because it is an extremely useful mod, and unlike other force field mods, it will actually stay with the ship when you start to move it. There was another one which was extremely useful that unfortunately when you started to move the ship, I think I've just gone to the wrong end of this, yes I have. Yeah, when you started to move the ship, the force fields would stay in their location where you placed them. So it looked very jarring when you were to drive this thing along and you see your force fields in the distance all the way behind you. But this one, we have to come all the way across and look at the side. We'll follow the ship wherever it goes. So there we go. And of course we can do one final test because there's not much else to talk about. It's just very self-explanatory with how it's all done and simply very useful. Let's see how much damage it can take. So coming all the way through to here and onto my makeshift little ship, Now going to come across and find our weapon blocks, which are the Gatling guns. And then taking off, what we're going to do is start shooting. So just driving all the way forwards for the moment to make sure you can see that there is a force field there that's going to stop me. But now we're going to open fire. One thing you might notice is that the bullets are going all the way through the force field. And if I was to say turn over to this Gatling turret right there, you'll see that we're getting damage markers, but nothing is actually getting damage. Yes, that is that for that little test, and that is that for the mod. So there'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download and play around with it yourself. I highly recommend you do because it is a extremely useful mod, especially if you're making a large hangar bay to get a large ship in and out, or maybe a large vehicle in and out of a base on a planet. Yes, like I said, there'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download and play around with it yourself. I highly recommend you do, and I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.